Alright, hey guys, welcome back to Danny Danger's Full Moon Night. There was another full moon the other night. It was crazy, okay? Now, I don't know what it is about me, but every time it's a full moon, crazy, spooky things happen to me, and it's kind of wild. You get used to it after a while. You get used to it. There's this full moon, right? There was a full moon night when I had moved into my new condominium. I was renting it from this guy, this Mr. Sumatra guy. I'm like, Sumatra, really? Like, what does that even, I don't know, you sound like some sort of a book about, positions of fun. So I was like, and he seemed to really stress the fact that it was a condominium, because I said it for some time. I was like, great, yeah, I'll take the place, dude, just, whatever, It was kind of like, I went inside, kind of like a fixer-upper, it wasn't the best place, but, when you're on a budget, you gotta roll with it. So, I went inside, it was, in my new place, just chilling it out, just having a good time. And I was just looking around the place, and I heard like some rumbling in like one of the cupboards. There was like a rumble bumble. So I tumbled on over there. I don't even know what that means. So I walked on over to the cupboard, and inside the cupboard, there were these little they were like heads, but they were like little. They were almost like shrunken head. And so these little shrunken heads, they're all like crivelly, is that even a word? Google it. And their hair is all long and everything. It was crazy, and then they opened up their little eyes and they started floating around. And I was like, okay, it was a full moon. At this point I was kinda like, okay, there's floating shrunken heads in my condominium. Let's see what happens. So I'm like, all right, guys, really, what's going on here? What do you guys do? Who are you? Why are you in my condominium? And can you just? And they're like, one of them was like, hi, my name is, I forget his name, I don't know. But he was like, I will implant my memories into your skull or something like that. So he implanted his memories in my skull, not in my brain apparently, just in my skull. Just floating around in there, maybe around the brain. Anyways, they look kind of like this. This is that's them. They're shrunken heads. This guy, he was talking to me, and that's my hand holding them, and I labeled it shrunken heads, just so you know what they are. I like to label stuff. The label are these little shrunken heads. He implanted his memory in my mind about he got killed, and there was a gangster. It might have been a woman, but it was a guy or a woman. I don't know. Kind of like the chick from The Big Blood. One of the rival polygamists. I don't know. It's all crazy. It was this whole big thing, and I was like, dude, seriously, I don't even know your life story. I just really want I want my time, my house to myself, my condominium to myself, whatever. And he's like, no, this place belongs to Mr. Sumatra. You need to leave. And I'm like, yeah, he rented it to me. I'm here legally, alright? There's nothing you can do about it, chief. And then all of a sudden there's a knock on the door. So I'm like, hey, little heads. I got a visitor. Someone to the door.
Hello?
And I answered it like that because I was crazy. And I said, hello? And it was this chick, dude. This babe was major. She looked like she could be on a soap opera or something. It was, dude, you have no idea. So I was like, well, how are you doing? How are you doing? That's the first one. Then I go with the falling from heaven. When you fell from heaven. And she was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, hey, baby. Oh, hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. And she was like, yeah, no. Yeah. I just came here because Mr. Sumatra forgot something in the cupboard. I'm like, oh, it wouldn't happen to be the creepy floating shrunken heads, would it? Shrunken heads. And she's like, actually, that's exactly what it is. So I'm like, yeah, I pulled them, I did this little number again, those little shrunken heads. I pulled them, I'm like, yeah, here, you can have them. These guys, they're implanting memories, and it's creepy. It's like, thanks. I'm like, so anyways, now that we got the heads out of the way, what say you and me go out to dinner sometime? And she was like, actually, I can't. This is my boyfriend here. And it was one of that shrunken head who's implanting memories. I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, sorry, gotta go. I was like, wow. So, like, when you get turned down for a shrunken head, and he doesn't, like, I don't even need to explain why he doesn't. So, I was like, wow, really? Okay, so it really hurts. It really hurts to cry. And I cried myself to sleep tonight. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I did. I cried myself to wake as well. And then I cried myself to their wake, the wake from their, it was just a bunch of crying, really, to be honest. It was like, when Alice, when she cried all those tears and was flooded, it was nearly like that. So it was crazy. And that's what happened, I actually flooded the condominium, had to, move. Mr. Sumatra got really mad, and I didn't get my deposit back, which sucked, because it was the water damage. And now I'm living on the street. Well, clearly I'm not, but I was living on the street, and then I got this info. And it all worked out fine. So basically, if you see any soap opera actresses who look really hot and they're dating shrunken heads, yeah, you're pretty much screwed, because she's going to pick the head over you. Unless if you are another shrunken head, or maybe you're like a shrunken hand, or a shrunken foot, or some other shrunken body part. Maybe she's into shrunken stuff. I don't know. I mean, when you're that hot, you can pretty much be into whatever you want, and you're going to be it. So, if you run into them, shrink a part of your body, and you might have some luck. That's my little nugget of advice for the night. It's the Hour of the Wolf, and I'm gonna say goodbye. Oh, good night!